watch never stops. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the word. Welcome to Artist on Record. It is Sunday, August 10th. Here's some sad breaking news that's coming to my desk, to your desk, as I'm waking up this morning. Bobby Whitlock, dead at 77. Legendary musician, singer, songwriter. You might know him best as working with Derek and the Dominos, with Eric Clapton through 70, 71. He worked with so many people, Sam and Dave, Booker T and the MGs, Delaney and Bonnie and Friends. His association with Delaney and Bonnie bandmate Clapton led to Whitlock's work with George Harrison on that great album, All Things Must Pass. But yeah, this is sad news, and my condolences to his family, his friends. I've tried to get Bobby on the show when I first started this channel, and never can get him. But this is sad, and I just found this out from his publicist on her Facebook page, Carole Kaye. So my condolence to you, Carole. We kind of know the same people, but I saw a post that she had posted right here about the legendary musician, and really bums me out. Bobby had a YouTube channel with his lovely wife Coco, and I put a video clip here of it. I'll play for you guys in a second. And it was really a cool channel they put together. Fabulous stories. She would ask him questions, and he would answer them, and it's really intimate. And when I saw that channel, I wanted to get Bobby on the show, but I never could get him down on the show. But what stories he shares and the people he's played with. Here's a photograph of Bobby with Clapton right there back in the day, and here's another one of him with Dwayne Allman, cool one. But yeah, beautiful music. If you get a chance, try to go on Amazon. I'll put a link to one of his records, see if you could find it. But here's an album he did featuring Harrison and Clapton, and fun storyteller as well. Here's a photograph of Derek and the Dominos. Eric Clapton, Bobby, Jim Gordon. It's Carl. Jim Gordon, infamous drummer who actually murdered his mother. Jim Gordon, very talented musician, played on a lot of great records from You're So Vain, had a crazy story, but wrote the outro for Layla. And of course, you know that famous scene in Goodfellas. So here's a story of Bobby talking with his wife on their show that I'm going to pull up right here for you. Check this out right here. Get a clip for you guys.
Jim, he could play piano, but he couldn't play piano. He didn't have any feel. He was a great drummer, but he didn't have any feel as a keyboard player. And so I had the perfect term for it a while ago.
Support? Was that what you...
Yeah, I was basically support piano. In the very intro of the coda, you can hear the piano clearly just by itself. That's Jim, because he's playing everything on down, do, you know. But if you're listening to the piano, you can hear it change. Suddenly it has a feel to it. That's what I'm playing. I played a support piano on top of his piano to give it some feel. So that's, I mean, if you know what you're listening for, you know what I'm playing, because it goes out to da 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 da. I mean, it has a little more flow to it, you know.
Right. And also, maybe some people aren't aware of this, but you added that coda like after you recorded.
Oh yeah, that was a big dispute went down over even having it on there. We'd already finished the album, we'd gone back to England and everything, and then Jim went out. Got with Robert Stigwood, who was Eric's manager, and they worked out some kind of deal, because I was against having the coda on it. I was against it. It had nothing to do with the song, but it turns out to be a part of it after all these years.
Well, let me ask you, was Eric supportive of having that on there?
No, no. Well, you see, there's a particular photograph of us sitting in the alcove of one of his seats in the garden, you know, and Jeep is at our feet and everything, and Eric's kind of looking pissed off like this, yeah. And then Jim's kind of over here, and he's kind of looking a little bit apprehensive. We had the whole big deal go down about that damn coda. And Jim went behind Eric's back and went to Robert Stigwood and worked out a deal to have it on there. And so that was taken right after the cat fight, let's say.
And you were sitting next to
I was
Eric.
sitting right next to Eric.
Yeah, you were actually
And
just
Carl was leaning up. He said, "I don't want any part of this," you know. And I was sitting there next to Eric. So I knew what had happened, you know, and I was against it and everything like that.
So you're talking about the promo photograph.
Yeah,
Originally about, what, maybe half a dozen of those, if that?
Yeah, there were only a few, you know. There's a couple of them.
Wild.
You know, but
I didn't know
we
that
were
story.
sitting in that alcove.
Yeah.
But you can see Eric less than happy, and Jim's
Because he
kind of
had,
looking over.
well, ultimately he had no say-so because Jim worked something out with,
Robert Stigwood, he made a deal. He had already cut a deal with Stiggy, and I was against it. I wasn't okay with it. And Eric wasn't okay with it. You can look in his face and see.
Okay, so that went on behind his back and he couldn't.
Yeah.
And then you had to go back to Miami.
And record it after that. Oh, and we're at Jim's place, and suddenly we're waiting on him. Where is he? This is in Chelsea. And a white convertible Daytona comes rolling up that Jim had bought. Whoa!
I remember seeing something.
That was a bad scene, man.
I remember seeing something about what Jim was discussing, what he got for that, and the car was the car and a set of drums.
And a set of drums.
That was the deal that he made with him or something.
Yeah, and I don't know what all else. But see, Stigwood and them, they didn't think we were going to live 6 months, you know.
Imagine that the only fun thing that happened out of that was you got Dwayne to play on there.
And that wasn't that much fun.
Oh, please. I mean,
Because it was totally out of tune, and Tom had to work best he could to get that to sound right. We had to do what we had to do. We was getting ready to go on tour. And so as soon as we finished that, we were off doing the Johnny Cash show.
And then what was the decision to not really play Layla much? Was that part of it, or did you...
No, we just didn't play Layla much.
Well, when
We
you
only
played it,
played
you
it.
didn't play the coda.
No, we didn't play the coda. That was never done. That had never been done live, ever.
Wow. You could catch more of that interview, and I'm going to put a link to Bobby's channel with his wife Coco. They have a great YouTube channel together. They would do, and they would really bring stories, intimate stories. So I'll put a link for that. That's how I found Bobby. But again, my condolences to Bobby's wife, to his friends, family, and his publicist Carole. I'm really sorry. Tragic loss in the rock and roll music world today. Here's a great picture of George Harrison. You could see Clapton. You could see right there. There's on the far side what artist record. I guess it's my right. You could see Bobby right there, standing up laughing. Man had such a beautiful smile. And again, a big loss in rock and roll today. My condolences, Mr. Bobby Whitlock. Rest in peace. Dead at the age of 77 years old. I'm not sure the cause of death. I know it's stating that he had some illness, but he passed away today, August 10th, 2025. Rest in peace. Thank you for the great music, sir. There's a lot of great stories of this musician you could look up and check out. I'm just reporting it right now as I heard the sad news today. Again, everybody, I am Stefan. This is Artist on Record. Make sure you click here and here for our next episode, and post your comments down below. Remember, who loves you? We do. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all later. Till then, see you later. It was a classic picture, Ronnie Parker. That's for sure. Thanks for being here, sir. You rock. Yeah, great picture. Again, everybody, I am Stefan. This is Artist on Record. Lost a good one today. Rest in peace, sir.